What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 Tremor. Huge shout out and thank you to Mooresville Ford for providing this truck for today's video. Check them out, I'll have their website linked down below. And the model that we're looking at today is a 4x4 Super Crew finished off in agate black metallic and has an MSRP at $69,000. Underneath the hood, the Tremor F150 utilizes the 3.5 liter EcoBoost 6-cylinder engine. This twin-turbo V6 pumps out 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. It's paired only to the 10-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels. Of course, we do have a 4-wheel drive transfer case. And with a curb weight right around 5,000 pounds and running on the extended range 36-gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 16 miles per gallon in the city with 20 out on the highway. This configuration has a max towing capacity at 10,900 pounds and payload is even 1,885 pounds. The overall length is 231.7 inches with a wheelbase at 145.4. Overall height is 78.2 inches and width is 79.7 inches. This truck is lifted about an inch over the standard F-150 and you even get 1.5 inch greater travel up front for the suspension and 1 inch more travel in back. Minimum ground clearance comes in at 10.4 inches and then the approach angle is 27.6 degrees with breakover at 21.2 degrees and departure is 24.3 degrees. If we go ahead and take a look at the exterior styling with the F-150 Tremor, you'll notice some yellow accents all around and a little bit of inspiration from the Ford Raptor. The front end has a much more aggressive design comparing it to the standard F-150, and you can see the Raptor elements to it. We have a massive set of LED headlights with LED projectors as well as the high beams. They have black housings in them and you'll see a huge set of daytime running lights wrapping all around the headlight surround. They have a C shape to them and they even blend into the LED fog lights down below in the metal bumper. Has a really cool look. I definitely like the lighting for the F-150. The center grille has a blacked out Ford logo right in the center and you'll see that yellow accent running through this trim. There's black accents all around the grille with more of the mesh. And you can see active shutters behind this grille to improve aerodynamics when needed along with cooling. Down below we have another opening to allow more cooling to the intercoolers and radiators. We get yellow painted metal tow hooks and a steel skid plate down below to add to the off-road appearance and protection. We get a metal front bumper painted in body color and you get a lot of really sharp lines within this front end. I also love how the hood wraps around the top portion of the grille just like you see on the Raptor, and there's sharp and smooth body lines running all the way towards the windshield. You'll see the black trim pieces on the farthest sides, and it really gives the Tremor that off-road appearance, making it look like a baby Raptor. And then moving to the side profile, this truck gets a set of 33-inch General Grabber all-terrain tires wrapping an 18-inch wheel. The wheel's finished off in a really nice gunmetal gray with a multi-spoke design. Around the fender arches, you'll see some nice body molding to give it a sharp design. And you can see F-150 Tremor on this front fender with more of that yellow trim on this mesh piece along with the actual name Tremor. There's a sharp body line going through the lower portion of these door panels that goes all the way into the bedside. And you'll get a powder-coated set of Ford branded running boards on the side that have a really aggressive design to them. This truck also gets a set of body-colored door handles and body-colored mirror caps with an integrated LED turn signal as well as a side view camera. And then you're going to see black trim running around all of the windows. Up top, we even get the full panoramic sunroof, which has a really nice look with this massive glass panel. And then on the bedside, you can see the Tremor logo finished off in that same yellow design. And being this has the 5.5 foot bed and it's the full crew cab, this has a really nice proportion for the side profile. And the wheels and tires give it an off-road look. And then moving to the rear end, this gets a set of LED taillights with a really nice design. They have red on them along with some gray in the housing. They wrap around the bedside as well. Moving to the back, you can see the tailgate has F-150 stamped into it with a blacked out Ford logo on top, and we get that same yellow Tremor logo over on the right side. Up top, we have a backup camera and an LED light along with the electronic button to release the tailgate. We have a metal rear bumper with 4 parking sensors and 2 metal tow hooks, and this even has a unique dual exhaust system all integrated into the bumper. The trailer hitch is right in the center, and all the connections are on the left side of the license plate. So there's a good look at the exterior and some of the specifications for the F-150 Tremor. This is a really cool package to get. Not quite the Raptor, but it's a lot more than just the FX4. I love the yellow accents, and the minor lift kit looks pretty sweet. And that front end, you can tell there's some subtle differences. We now have Ford's key fob. If I go ahead and lock the truck, and then just double tap on the engine start stop button, the EcoBoost will roar to life. You can already hear it, it sounds pretty good. Just tapping it once, we can shut it off. And then all I have to do is grab the door handle. It'll automatically unlock, the mirrors will fold out, and we can check out this unique interior. The F-150 Tremor gets a black leather interior with yellow accents all throughout. If we go ahead and take a look at the door panel now, trimmed mostly in black, you can see the smooth black leather on the armrest with some padding, the contrast stitching, and a really cool denim type look. This is a really cool material. It feels pretty cool and has a nice sporty design. We also get a dark wood-like trim, kind of even mimics maybe some carbon fiber. Really cool design. We have memory seating, lock and unlock, mirror controls, window controls, then your grab handle and the release handle. Down below we have a ton of storage all throughout this door panel, and then part of the Bang and Olufson audio system. If we go ahead and take a look at the interior now, we have all the power controls for the seat on this left side with Ford written in back. You can see the smooth leather with all the yellow accents, and then all perforated leather in the center. And I really love how it even has yellow inside the perforations. It runs all the way up the backrest with more stitching. You get Tremor stitched up here, and then yellow stitching along the headrest. Taking a look at the steering wheel, we have yellow stitching on it, and even a blacked out Ford logo. And then now inside the Tremor, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. This truck gets a full LCD digital display for the gauge cluster. We have the tach over on the left, and then the digital speedometer to the right. We even get some engine vitals up top, and then controlling that screen, we have all the controls on the right side of the steering wheel with back, menu, then the OK and the arrow buttons. If I go ahead and tap the menu icon, it goes into this view. You can go into the My View, and you can see this main screen. Going back into it, we can scroll through and see a lot of different information that will come up, like trip information. You can see all of that. Going back, we can go into truck information as well. You can go in here and hit tire pressure. Then you can actually scroll through this and actually see everything up on the screen. I like how in this off-road setting, you can see how everything changes. It even moves the gauges out of the way. We have off-road status. And then if I go ahead and hit back again, we can continue going down. We also have engine information for some vitals, which is pretty nice to see in a truck like this. Along the steering wheel now, we have some more Bluetooth and audio controls on that side. And then over on the left, we also have all the cruise control settings. We have the turn signal stalk on the left with all of your wiper blades. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, we have all the headlight controls. You have lights on the side of the actual side mirrors. You can open up the tailgate, and you have a button down here to adjust the pedals. We have one of the air vents with some cool yellow trim, and then some black leather running across the dashboard. We also get more storage up top with another speaker, and then more of the yellow stitching. I really like this same design we saw on the door panels up on this piece. This is actually a secondary glove box that opens up, and you get a little bit of space in here. You get a cool texture on this piece, and then the standard glove box is down below. You have a pretty normal amount of space in there. And then moving to the Sync 4 screen. This is 12 inches. It is a huge, very nice looking screen. We have a ton of different things that'll come up. We have audio. You can also go into your phone. We have a navigation screen, pretty large screen, very snappy with the touch screen. We also have a favorites icon that can come up with a few different items, and you can scroll over and see more. We also have the apps icon with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can go under your settings and adjust quite a lot within the truck. Then you can go into features and see more. Over on this side, you can tap this icon and scroll through this kind of like a cell phone. It's pretty simple the way everything works. And if you are in one of these modes, you can also tap here, and you can even swipe these screens to mix and match. So it's a pretty cool way, the way everything is designed. Up top now, we have some shortcuts for your camera. We have hazards. We have an off-road setting as well as the traction control. And if I go ahead and put the truck into reverse, your backup camera is gonna come up. We also have a top-down view over on the right side. Then we have some icons up here. If I tap this menu, we can control how you'd like everything. We can get a full screen along with the parking sensors. We also have a surround view for the back. You can see into the bed. You can turn the camera off. You have a trailer hitch one, a trailer setting. And then if I go back and go to the main screen and put the truck into forward, we can now take a look at the front view camera with all the same views. So really cool the way everything is set. And then putting the truck back into park, we'll exit out of the screen. Beneath the screen, we have all the climate control settings. You can toggle this one right here to turn it on and do the fan speed. We also have dual zone climate. The temperature comes up on the screen, and if I adjust the fan speed, it also comes up. So I like how everything pops up on the screen whenever you adjust a button. We also have some radio controls right in the center, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and then all the different zones. We have your trailer over on this left side that you can adjust while backing up. And then beneath that, we have all the four-wheel drive controls into 4 low. We can push this to lock the differential, and we have your brake adjustments as well. Taking a look over on this right side, we can open this up for a 12 volt, and then this one right here, we have a standard 3-prong outlet. And then right in the center of this console, we can push this up out of the way. We get a nice area for some storage and USBs, and it's finished in that same really cool design we saw on the doors and the dash. We also get 2 cup holders over on the right and a little slot that you could place a cell phone. More of the yellow stitching on the shifter, and I really like for 2021, you can tap this icon and get the shifter completely out of the way. You can also see some glossy trim here, and then the reason why that folds out, you can actually push this button and move the center armrest all out of the way to be a workbench. This is great for food, papers, laptops, anything you'd like. Really cool to make this a nice work truck. Then we can grab the front, open that up, and we have quite a lot of storage in here with a removable tray. You can see just how much storage the F-150 gets. And then if we go ahead and close that up, one last look at the interior. I really love all the yellow accents and the black leather. Really good looking truck in here. I think Ford did a great job for 2021 to really make this nice and up to date. You get all the technology you want and all the style. Up top, we have a panoramic roof. You can see the sunshade is closed right now, and we even get some auxiliaries. If you want to add lights and winches, you can easily add it to the truck without worrying about extra switches. We have a sunglass holder up top, and then your controls for the rear sliding glass as well as the sunshade for the roof. And then taking a look at the rear seat space, I can go ahead and open up the door. The door panel is finished off just like we saw up front, even with this stitching and this cool texture. We have a cup holder back here as well. And then the seats have the same design with the smooth black leather, all the yellow accents with the perforations, and we even get Tremor stitched back here. This is a 3-seater, and then there's storage on the back side of these front seats. You get air vents and heated seats, and 2 cup holders in the back side of this console. In the center, we can open this up for a 12 volt, and then underneath that, we have some USB ports along with a 3-prong outlet. As far as the configurations go, I can just grab the front of the seat and lock it up into place, and you can see just how much storage space we have in the back here. With both seats up out of the way, you have a ton of storage space, making this an extremely usable truck. And then all you have to do is grab this handle, unlock it, and we can pull it back down, and you're back to your normal seats. Alright, so sitting now in the back of this F-150, this is a pretty good sized truck. You really do have quite a lot of room. I'm 5'11" sitting back here. I have about 1 inch of headroom, and I love with the panoramic roof open, you have just so much light let into this truck. I have the driver's seat set at my height, and I have a ton of knee room, and my feet are fitting really well. You have a nice sized armrest over on the left and a huge window to make it feel pretty open. You even get a grab handle, LED lights, and a nice hook up top. And then in the center, we can pull this strap and you get an extra armrest with 2 more cup holders. And then I like the fact that you have that power sliding rear glass just to let in some more air. And then to take a look at the bed space, we can double tap on the key fob, use the button on the tailgate itself, or of course the one that was on the interior. The tailgate automatically opens and we get a full painted bed in here. See just how large everything is. We have tow hooks on each corner, and then we even have a button right here to turn on these LED lights. We have some power down here with 2 outlets, and then you can take a look at everything. I also really like the actual tailgate itself. We have a full measuring tape on it if you're going to use this as a work truck, and there's even areas that you can put C-clamps and maybe clamp a piece of 2x4 or something to use this as an actual workbench. I also love how Ford's tailgate has this button right in the center. We can open this and pull an entire step out, and then you can even grab the handle and get this locked into place. And we can use this as a way to enter and exit the bed very conveniently. And then all you have to do is put the handle back into the tailgate along with locking the step back in, and with one press of the button, the tailgate's gonna automatically fold back closed. So we are setting off now in the F-150 Tremor. I've been really wanting to get my hands on one of these for quite some time. I've already filmed the Super Duty F250 with the Tremor off-road package and the Ford Ranger with this. So this is a pretty cool blend of a truck. It's not quite the Raptor, but it kind of also has like an F-150 Limited on the interior with all the nice leather and all the amenities. I've already driven the 2021 Raptor and I love that truck, especially with this screen. So this is the truck for the person who doesn't quite want to spend the money that a Raptor is going to cost you, and maybe you don't need all of those capabilities. So that is a very capable truck, and it even has more power than this one. But with this truck, you get the lift kit, you get the off-road tires, and you get a little bit more aggressive exterior design and a unique interior. So it's pretty cool that they have offered this for the F-150, especially being the most popular truck out there. So as far as normal driving, this is really comfortable. The suspension is absorbing all of the bumps. It doesn't even feel bouncy in the back. Some trucks kind of get that, but this is nice and composed. The seats are really comfortable. You have all the adjustments to them, and the armrests are in a great place. This is a truck you can genuinely just drive every single day and use it for the long haul. A sharp turn now. You can feel its weight a little bit. Obviously, it's a big truck, but it's got a really forgiving suspension, and it does carry the weight really well. It doesn't feel unstable when you even throw it into a sharper turn. So we have the EcoBoost. Let's get up to some speed a little bit. These things are pretty peppy. So a little bit of gas. And that's 50 without even thinking it and without stressing the engine. You get a ton of torque with a twin turbo like this, and I really like the platform. There's not really crazy sounds or anything to the engine, but it's a smooth power delivery, and the 10-speed automatic also does a really good job delivering the power. I like also the luxuries you get, like the sunshade and the panoramic roof. That's just a really cool touch. I think that is a must for a truck like this. And it works pretty quickly, just a few seconds to go to each phase. But this is pretty comfortable driving in it. You have a really good view around. You have a huge windshield, and I love how you can see the contours in the hood and even those trim pieces. It's definitely pretty sweet. And then we'll hit a pretty sharp bump getting up this hill. It does a good job. That was a little bit of articulation there. And then getting uphill now, giving it some gas. I mean, we are right up and moving. That is pretty nice. As far as road noise, things like that, once you're driving, we're going about 55. It's comfortable and quiet, and you don't really hear the outside elements. Even with the all-terrain tires, you don't hear them at all. So they did a good job insulating the truck. Steering is nice and direct feeling, and even once you are up to speed, if you give it a little bit of gas, you can still get passed by a GT Mustang, but nonetheless, this could probably give that car a run for the money. So then spinning around to the POV so you guys can immerse yourself in the Tremor. You can see we get right up to speed without stressing the EcoBoost. Really nice high seating position. You definitely do feel like you're up above comparing it to other vehicles out on the road. Really good use of materials. I like the leather on the steering wheel and the shifter, and everything you touch is pretty high quality. Obviously everything is pretty much made out of plastic, but it does feel good, it looks good. So there's nothing really cheap about the truck. It's a pretty solid feeling vehicle, no loose ends. So we come around a pretty sharp turn. We'll give it some power and power out of it. And right back up to speed without even thinking. Definitely a smooth power delivery and just a pretty solid truck all over. And then once again, a good view of the visibility. You can see out pretty well. You really don't get any blind spots in pickup trucks. And if we go ahead and open up the sunshade once again, that is a pretty cool touch to this truck. But definitely a pretty rock solid truck. I like all the characteristics to it. Not really much to complain about with it. I think it's a pretty good blend of what you're gonna want in a Raptor without paying for everything and without getting all the crazy capabilities. But this is a nice way to get a luxurious F-150 with a really good sporty off-road package, and it's something unique. I love this interior with all the orange. So I think that is about it then, wrapping up the 2021 F-150 Tremor. Really good truck all around. Definitely check out Mooresville Ford. Huge shout out and thank you to them again for providing this truck for today's video. They have a huge selection of the new Ford lineup, and they have quite a few of these Tremors that just got delivered, so definitely check them out. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.